Linebacker Tarian of Tallhassee, Florida, Godby was the first to pull the trigger, finishing his trip to College Station and a successful camp performance by offering his verbal commitment to Fisher. Lee's commitment gives a Orebo. The Aggies found a long and rangy outside linebacker. White is more of a quick middle linebacker, which works well in Mike Elko's 4-2-5 set. One thing they haven't had yet in this class was a rover, and Lee fits that bill very nicely. If you look at his highlights, which can be seen here, it's clear pretty quickly that Lee can move. He supposedly runs a 4.7-second 40-yard dash but plays a whole lot faster than that. He racked up 71 tackles in 2017, and 23 of those were behind the line of scrimmage. He also added 7.5 sacks. Lee's anticipation is excellent and he keeps his feet moving as he diagnoses plays and finds the football. Once that's done, his acceleration is well above average. The phrase, "shot out of a cannon," stuck in my mind. He doesn't go for the big knockout hit but goes for the solid tackle by wrapping up and trying to drive an opponent into the ground. Lee weighs somewhere between 203 and 210 pounds depending on who's asking, so he needs to add another 10 pounds, at least, in order to be at about the optimal weight for one of Elko's rovers. But he's the most natural fit for that job that I've seen so far. He's proven he can cover backs or slot receivers for a little bit, and certainly has very good straight-line speed to get into the backfield. With Buddy Johnson and Ikenna Okeke a rover right now, he's got a little bit of time to develop, but I think Lee could be a solid contributor for the 2020 season. The second commitment of the day was more expected. Hallsville's Blake Traynor, who had been AA. At 6'8" and already 300 pounds, Traynor is massive. He provides Jim Turner a bookend tackle to five-star Kenyon Green in the 2019 class and someone who could become an NFL-caliber lineman when it's said and done. If you look at Traynor's film, you see he looks almost slim due to his impressive height. But he's still able to get down in a three-point stance and come off the snap with authority. The fact that he has played in a three-point stance in high school is definitely a plus, with the Aggies going back to that this season. Once he has his hands on an opponent, it's over. Traynor's size physically overwhelms them. But he moves very well for his size and serves impressively as a pulling tackle. There are some things Traynor can work on from a technique perspective, which is not a shock. He could do a better job of using his remarkable wingspan to keep opponents at bay because he's not going to want to let SEC West defensive ends get in close to his body. He springs out of his stance a little bit high, but he's 6'8". What do you expect? These are things that can be drilled into him over time, and Turner will certainly be ready to do that. The Aggies need tackles in a big way, and they've got two guys who will probably contribute quite quickly in Green and Traynor. If he's able to add some weight and work on his technique, he could give Cole Blanton and Carson Green a run for their money at right tackle as soon as next year, though 2020 is more likely.